What's good, everybody? Thank you for rocking with me. Your boy Czar here. We're going to talk about the predictions by ESPN. They say that Mayweather will be facing first-degree murder charges. Now, I know we're just doing predictions, and I know that, in a sense, it's not to be taken literal, but why are they using this choice of words to say this? I mean, are they saying that they think McGregor may die in here? I'm not understanding what they're saying. So if McGregor does die, do we look at these predictions as a precursor to what's to happen? I mean, that's why I took the whole ideology about billion-dollar bounties, being that I knew that someone in this fight, honestly, with these two type of fighters, almost has to go. It's almost like they're being challenged to see who's the better alpha male altogether, even though it's boxing. And Dana White said that there would be huge fines, implications of that sort for moves being used on Mayweather, that's MMA style. But will that still stop him? Is that money and fines financially so large as to that McGregor will have trouble paying them, let alone the supporters of McGregor putting money together to make sure he has to avoid the fine altogether? I think that that's something to look at. I don't think that we'd see him pay the price if something like that was to happen. And that's something just to look at that's been on my mind. Aside from that, I'm trying to figure out how we actually fit into what's going on as far as MMA at this moment and the merge of boxing, WBA. It just seems like it's blurring the lines to try and see who's the better overall champion. So they want to test champions in a cross sport. And these two are being used as, let's say, the prototypes, because we've never seen anything of this magnitude before. Looking back on what was done, in the press conferences that they did in, I think Singapore maybe was somewhere, and some other places other than Las Vegas, where was the main one. I just think it's, now, it reminds me of WWE in the sense of how they're putting on a show for people, but at the same time, I don't believe that they're not serious about things they're saying, but they're getting paid in all these forms that they're going in with the press and different things. So millions is already being made off of this boxing match before we even get to the fact that this overall match is going to make to a certain amount. So that's part of what I'm putting together coming up. As far as this match going off and being substantially greater than anything that most people would say, I think that this match is going to shock a lot of people. I don't know whether good or bad. I do agree with some of the details that were dropped in the link below that I have. I'm going to say it's either going to end before the 4th to 6th round, but if Mayweather takes the fight a little longer, it may be a little stressful on McGregor. Mayweather's built for this long round fight, but in this situation, I think Mayweather, just like, let's say, Hajime no Ippo, has a special move he's going to use on McGregor to deal with him early. I don't think he's going to run this battle around because he knows this guy's going to be coming at him. I think his punches are just going to be a little bit more forceful. I think he's really going to put his fist into this one. So I think people are going to see a different Mayweather altogether than they've ever seen. Hopefully not in the vice versa other way, in him landing the Jeet Kune Do powered punches. And that's the danger. It's when you're using a martial art in your punch. Doesn't matter what type of glove you're using. If you're skilled enough, you're still going to have the force of that martial art impacting. So that's why I think that McGregor still does have a danger that he poses to Mayweather in this fight. I don't think it's one-sided, but these guys on ESPN are calling it one-sided, actually claiming allegedly first-degree murder is going to happen to McGregor. So, I mean, when it comes to money and things in a fight, everybody's title's on the line and everybody's fighting to win, but you're going into the habitat of the monster trying to defeat the beast. So it's a very good try, and I think it's going to be star-worthy and you're brave for doing so, but being that men that have lived their lives perfecting their craft to do this, I can't truly see McGregor pulling this one off. He's put his craft into doing this and being efficient at it, and it just doesn't pose the scenario of a man defeating the beast. It's usually a man that's well versed and skilled at that. So I believe that it's all going to build into the perspective of how, let's say, a fight forms and how strength is built. So we're going to see. And I really do look forward to seeing how this battle unfolds. I think that Mayweather has always been efficient in the ring, in that he's fought every boxer that we can think of that had a chance of beating him. It really wasn't anyone. And if we want to say Adrian, in his last battle that I remember, Madonna, he had lost to him, but Mayweather had beat him. So if you wanted to argue that, plus that was his homie, as he said, they trained. He probably learned some stuff from Mayweather, so he's like, I'm not trying to do all of that. But this is a good match. He's willing to take on a man that has transversed different sports. So let's see what's going to happen coming up. Check out this link and how they talk about first-degree murder, which confuses me. It's an interesting way to come at this subject, ESPN, but I guess Stephen A and them got their own agenda over there. But you know how we rock. All rights reserved.